Hey everyone, let's stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook, along with our options trading live channel. Now, if you made money today, comment below, got paid. If you lost money today, comment below, learned a lesson. And if you could do me a big favor, if you like the content here, hit the like button. We're going to get into it. I mean, today started off pretty slow, but then it started to pick up. Volatility started to pick up. I did close the day. I mean, I'm still trading pretty small due to increased volatility and kind of going into the unknown. But I did close the day up almost $270 in realized profit. You know, I was short the S&Ps, I was short the NASDAQ, and I was short Boeing. Now, Boeing kind of threw me for a loop. And, you know, like, why didn't you make more money on Boeing? It's because I started shorting way early. I started shorting right in here. It looked like it was going to pop lower. It's causing some issues around here, like 181 and 180, and I was short. And then news came out with Boeing that American Airlines wants to buy more 737 MAX jets if it passes the FAA approval. So it popped up and then it sold all the way off. The reason why I held on to it because it popped up and it was coming up on resistance, and it obviously that resistance held and it came all the way lower. So I'm not going to complain. I made about 9% on the trade. The trade cost me about like $460, $470, something like that, and I came out with $45. At one point I was down about $180, came back into the green. So definitely glad that it came back around, kind of stuck with the plan there. But you know, the market has been doing exactly what we've been talking about on the channel this week. You know, all my videos this week I'm saying watch out, be careful. Certain things are popping off, or there's some warning signs telling us, hey, tread lightly. Things are going to get a little crazy. First of all, like TLT. We were talking about this. TLT, the last couple of days, TLT has been basing around 155. What did it do today? It lifted all the way off. It's currently up at 158 right now. Check the 1 year. We're coming back up to 160. We predicted that. We said, if it's basing around here, most likely going to come up to 150, 160, 165, may try to make a run to 162 area. So if that's the case, the market's going to be in trouble, and the market was in trouble. You know, the market's down today. You know, COVID basically out of control, increased hospitalization rise in nearly every state. Some states are trying to lock down, enforce more restrictions, and in Illinois, they're trying to lock us down. I think we're going to get locked down. I don't know if it's true, but it feels like they're coming for us. I mean, Illinois is one of the strictest in the country, and I have a feeling they're going to lock us down. I mean, they've already shut down all the restaurants. I mean, they're kind of easing into it. But next up, I think, is going to be the actual lockdown, or what the nice politically correct term is shelter in place. So you're not locked down or locked in, you're sheltered in place. But anyways, so with this is the case, the market, you know, obviously was ripping up on vaccine news, and that vaccine news is just not holding. I mean, we're down from SPY, we're down. I don't know what that was. 11 points straight down. I mean, Q's got, I mean, they're not as bad, but I mean, they're down from the high of 299 up to 288. Now, I was short NASDAQ, and the reason why I'm not short NASDAQ in this anymore is because I think that if we do get locked down, that some of the tech stocks are going to start to rebound. Ones that got sold off pretty hard, like Amazon. Amazon sold off pretty hard. I think it's going to rebound. You know, Tech in general, I think, is going to go up, because when we saw the vaccine news, tech was getting crushed, and now it's on its way back up. You know, Zoom on its way back up. I definitely think it can return to the 450, 475 level on Zoom. Held really nice today. It was up $15, held really nice. You know, Docu, same thing. Docu up to 212, holding real nice. Peloton held real nice as well. So watch these COVID safe stocks. If they start pushing back up, you know, we have to be very careful of what's happening here. You know, with increased hospitalizations potentially being locked down, you know, we could come up on some issues here. So, you know, to kind of get to what the game plan is right now, SPY I'm thinking that it's going to come down to the 350 level. It did have a solid rebound at the close. We ripped up from 351 up to 353. I do think that we're going to make a lower high and we're going to push a little bit lower. Now, I mean, obviously I could be totally wrong. We could have an amazing green day tomorrow, but odds are I'm kind of thinking that they're not going to be. I think we're potentially going to have a red Friday. But the earnings that were on tonight, like Disney is that's kind of crazy. Disney ripped all the way up. I mean, I was calling for this. I thought that Disney was going to fade. Other stocks were fading, like the airlines, other stocks that were popping up on the vaccine news. Disney was fading pretty hard. Disney missed their first earnings. They posted their first loss during earnings in 40 years. And you're like, why is the stock up? Why is the stock up? It's because Disney Plus is coming to the rescue. They're reporting 73 million paid Disney Plus subscribers. Also, the quarterly loss wasn't as big as other people or as analysts expected it to be. It was pretty bad. EPS was at 20 cents versus 71 cents expected. That was bad revenue, 14.71, which was exceeded 14.2. So revenue was up, EPS was pretty bad, and then Disney streaming service came in with 73 million paid subscribers. So that is why it's up. Personally, I'm gonna try to. I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow, but as kind of similar to this, as it comes back up here, it's at 141 right now. If it starts fading, I'm gonna kind of lay into Disney a little bit. Cisco up as well. Cisco posted earnings, and I was talking about this yesterday, where I'm not exactly sure where it wants to go. Last earnings was pretty bad. Cisco hasn't been doing that well lately, but they're up pretty big after hours right now. Now I didn't trade any earnings. They posted a strong guidance. Raised guidance is always good. EPS came at 76 cents, so they beat expectations on EPS. Revenue came in at 11.9 versus 11.8, so they beat on EPS and revenue and raised their guidance, so that's always good for a stock. So I'm kind of watching, see how some of these beat up stocks are starting to recover and if it's going to have an impact on the stock market overall. But as you can see today, we were holding pretty nice. If you look at the S&P futures here, we were holding pretty nice, and then all of a sudden we had a massive drop to the downside, and I was able to capture this move. I was short from 35.55. I can actually show you right now. I was short from 35.54 right in here to 35.25. So I captured a 30-point drop on the S&P. So that was huge. That was huge. But you want to be very careful right now. You don't want to overcommit. Boeing, I do think now that it's below 180, it's going to be drifting lower. The only reason why I wasn't holding Boeing overnight is because if they have that 737 MAX news and there is an approval, this thing is going to skyrocket. So if you're short Boeing, you want to be very careful because this could easily just shoot back up to the 190 area and kill your short. If it gets the 737 MAX approval, they're gonna. It probably might go 200, might go above 200. There's probably a lot of people pretty short right now. If you're looking at some of the airlines showed some overall weakness today, but it looks like it may try to come back up. These stocks have been fading since they gapped up majorly. So if it comes back down into the range, maybe try to sell some put credit spreads again and hang on. JP Morgan financials. If we're looking at JP Morgan, I was interested in shorting it. I did short it the last 2 days. I didn't touch it today. I made a few $100s this week on JP Morgan shorting, but my target was 112.50. And the reason why I didn't go in more is because I was really holding 112. If it broke down, I think it was going to hit the 110, 108 area, but it held today. So I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna wait to see what happens. I don't need to get into a trade. I don't need to rush. Take your time with it. You don't want to have any FOMO. I missed the Disney short. I was able to capture the JP Morgan short. I have been shorting Boeing all week, so that's been going well. Things have been going relatively well, just pretty slow and low and just taking it easy. So, I think that we're going to have some more pain ahead, and I think that there's going to be tighter restrictions and there is no vaccine out. So we're going to have quite the ride, I think. And not saying that there can't be major rips up to the upside, but I want to say tread cautiously. I'm going to be trying to short those rips. And if you watch this video to the end, comment, watch to the end. And as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.